So we don't need it. Summer, how do you take a bridge over a piece of track? Because it seems to be like glitched into the track. So how do I not glitch it in there?
It'll need to be built through the gap in the girders, basically. It's just the only way I know of doing it.
Right, so there's no way of doing it. Which means I'm going to have to come off.
The bridge needs to be built first before you build the line underneath it, I think.
Yeah. So basically, I've got to tear that down, build the track out this way so that I can take that track through it. So we're going to have to come out this way and then turn much more sharply. Delete section over the rails. How is that going to fix it, Tommy? If I delete that section of bridge, what are we going to put back? Do short sections. What would short sections do? Short sections with no pillars. Is that even a thing?
Yeah, you can lay the track on the bridge, and then once the track is laid on the bridge, delete the bridge, leave the track.
Oh, you mean have hovering track?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's what Tommy's suggesting.
You can also build the track first and put the bridge in later.
I don't think he's suggesting that, Sammy. I think he means if you build short pieces, you don't get all the legs. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, right, yeah.
At a guess. The problem is I'm high up here, so you can't. I had to put ground in just to be able to build this. If you build where it's very short, it doesn't create pillars. I don't know, Poyle. I'm going to try it now.
Would you like me to delete the bit that's on the track? Yeah, in theory, that's that. So you just need to somehow span that gap with nothing.
I mean, if I build this piece here, I can see it's putting a leg down, unless I build a really short piece. Like if I commit that, has that got legs?
Nope, no legs.
My train has gotten so low I can't even see my locomotive anymore from the back.
No legs.
Ooh. Fiddly, but it works. It's a good tip, Tommy. It does definitely work. We're clear of the bridge now, aren't we?
Yeah, you're clear of the track. I think if you put the next section in, if it did have legs, it wouldn't matter.
Can you delete that other piece of bridge? Because I can't reach it to delete it. Can you delete it?
I need to go into fly mode.
Can't you join us together now?
All right, that's my train assembled.
Right,
Let's go get me some beams.
Somebody, before you disappear.
Yep.
I need some groundwork in front of where I'm building because I can't build the next section at the moment.
You need some groundwork in front of the bit that you are building. Okay.
I'm mid-build bridge right now, and I can't build the next piece because I can't look at anywhere that's high enough. I just need a chunk of groundwork. Because the distance from the top of the bridge to the floor is too high. Put it that way.
Okay.
So just in front of where I'm stood, I just need some ground that will give me much more elevation.
Can you just perhaps move slightly so you don't get caught in the groundwork when I place it?
Right.
Is that good enough, or do you need more?
It's not letting me do it now. No, it'll be substantially higher than that, I think. It's going to get deleted anyway. I just need a chunk of high ground. About half the height of the bridge legs would do it. Just pick a point up that other hill and draw it back. Or I can just cancel this and do it. It's fine.
That's okay. I'm just dragging a big bit over now.
This is the downside of the steel bridge. Aha, now I can build. Let's see. Yeah, now I can build again. Not that I can see where I'm going, but hey ho.
I'm attempting to pull 30-something carriages back up the hill.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Do?
I'm 3/4 off the way.
I'm on my way to the sawmill, by the way.
Yeah, Fred, I'm nowhere near there yet.
Oops.
Fair
I'm
enough.
still up the hill from the smelter.
I think I just enabled fly mode
Full
on the
power.
wrong way. That's a little bit janky
Was it
where
me?
it goes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul. I really love you lots. Thank you ever so much. I really appreciate you. The fact that I can't stop in fly mode because I'm the host and the frames are so bad that it just goes horribly wrong.
Well, if you sit still, I could probably fix it for you. You keep flying
am
around.
I buzzing around your head at the moment? I mean, that couldn't possibly be annoying at all, could it?
So immature, Sammy.
I can't even stop, genuinely. Like,
Go towards the ground and then hit a tree.
Yeah, just aim for the side of a big hill. Right, where are you? There you are.
there you go. I think I'm done. The amusing thing is, Railroads Online Extended didn't think that I had it enabled, so
Right, it's off now.
cool. Are you going for a roller coaster effect with this bridge, or?
Well, the problem is, as you just saw, that building those small... Well, you do it. Take those little 5-meter sections out and put them back, because it needs to be on a 3-degree drop, and it seems to have done a whole lot of jank on that.
Yeah, it looks very janky to me.
Yep.
Right, Paul, you should look what I'm doing. That's what you call impressive.
Because building this is really annoying. Because you need to put these big hills in just to be able to build anything.
All right, okay, so can you... I'll have a go.
I'm just going to
Are
give you...
you willing for me to delete back to here?
if you want to. Just trying to give you some hills so you can build. Like this bit down here is quite... At the end
Tommy,
bit's quite
disclaimer, I am not responsible for any jankiness.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, and you want a 3-degree drop on it all.
If you could see how slow I'm moving on your map.
I think the problem is the first piece I might have built,
As long as you
I
don't
didn't
stop.
put a 3-degree drop on, and that's the start and end of the problem. Oh, why do you delete so much?
Oh, failed.
It's not going to stop Frame. I believe in it. It's been doing this speed most of the way up.
It'll probably be fine then.
It's all the turns because I look back and it's going around 4 different turns.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Use the hills to plan the route first. It's not that simple. Because we're trying to leave a gap here, right? Because if you just build standard bridge, the legs come with it. You know, I think for
Push
push
to
taught me.
Oops.
You don't get enough of a gap here. So to leave a gap, you have to build small sections, which then don't come with legs, and then just repeated small sections. Otherwise, you end up with legs. So it's a bit of a faff. And remember,
Can
if
you
you're not,
put me on fly mode, Paul?
I was going to say, I was about to say to stream, if you're not flying, it's impossible. You are now flying.
Paul,
Yes.
I'm nearly at the sidings.
Is that good?
I'm doing about 1 mile an hour.
Have you made it up the hill yet?
If you have a look, I'm just about
Where are you?
coming up from the smelter towards the sawmill and the sidings. I'm at the Y junction.
I see you.
I don't know where the back of my train is.
Back of your train's over the river. Where are you heading?
To the sidings at the sawmill? I'm doing about 1 mile an hour, but it's been doing 1 mile an hour for a while.
Yeah, you're not. Are you flat out?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Lad with 2 locomotives.
You need one at the back pushing. If you had one at the
Did
back
offer.
pushing, you'd be fine.
It's been doing this 3/4 of the way up, so I'm not that worried. But I don't even know where the back of my train is anymore.
That's where you have a mini map.
Your back of your train's over the river. I'm not sure this is gonna work. You need a third loco.
No, Doyle, 3 and 5 are gonna do this.
Make sure there's wood in the fire.
It's going that fast, Paul. I haven't had time to get out the train and check them.
Kind of feels like you're slowing down to me.
No, we got this.
Looks like I can confirm if one of the items is full, it's making 2 for 1. Because if I take one beam, it stays on 99, but if I take another one, it goes from 98 to 100.
What should the output normally be?
1 to 1. 1 beam, 1 number.
Yeah, Pups, your burger bun, mate.
No, you gotta have some faith.
Your burger bun. You're not going. You're slowing down.
You're gonna have to fire up Pippa to give a little pull,
We need one at the back.
or a third one at the front.
And he's stopped. Hope you got good brakes.
Want me to detach and reverse over there?
I don't know. He's going to need more power, I know that much.
Right, I'll set my brakes on my car and I come over there in the derailleur.
I will admit, that's a lot further than I thought I would get.
Do you want me to do one more bit?
I think you should, yes. So that first section, is that on a different gradient?
All the floating sections are definitely on 3.
Well, that's what I thought, but if you look at the first, I don't know.
That looks 2 to me.
You can carry. Are you on your way down?
The whole thing
I'm
is
on my
3.
way, yeah.
Okay. Okay, it suddenly started moving again.
Okay.
Right.
Not
Axe.
even joking, it's moving again.
Whoops. Is there a section here that isn't?
And it's picking up speed. What's going on?
What? Is it because I'm on my way?
Um,
It's like, no, I don't want to be pulled by Rome. So you don't meet me anymore then?
I'm not sure, Frank, because I don't know what's going on.
So I'll still come down then, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Can you turn on fly mode for me again, Paul?
Done. Do you want me to get rid of that bridge in front of you? That first piece you built, in theory, you can still build it.
Hey, it seemed to be still moving.
Turn fly mode off again.
On my way.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So I could have sworn that I put 3 degrees on here already.
Yeah, same thing happened to me.
I have heard the devs say that the degrees on bridges doesn't work 100% sometimes. So your 3-degree bridge might be a 4-degree at some point.
Dave, you can't really do anything in this game like that.
Still moving, Sean?
No, it stopped again from.
Okay. On my way.
It moved about 50 meters and then stopped again.
At full speed,
Tell you what, I'm
11.2.
just going to carry on with this bit.
It's funny, this thing, it goes to 100% regular speeds on like 5% regulator.
Oh.
Because it's got that much torque. If it's not carrying anything, it's just going to go full speed at just a little regulator open.
I wouldn't
So-
not. Go on, Sam.
So this last, where are you now, Paul?
I'm just flown off. What?
It seems as though everything's good until one section before you were trying to do the floating bit. So here,
What's up,
I
Frank?
don't know about you.
I might have missed a switch.
Oh.
I didn't hack like Paul and jumped it, so I fell off the track. Stand by.
I think this bit of bridge is possibly wrong, which means that everything else is wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
I think it was wrong. It had the wrong inclination. It didn't look like a constant from where you were. So delete those other bits.
Okay, we'll just start again. Now you've got the groundwork though. Just start again at 3 degrees declination and see where it goes. Your water towers give you a rough guide to when you need to start making the small pieces. Yeah, you see straight away I can see the jank on that first piece.
Yeah, so if that's set to 3 degrees, does that mean that the bit before it wasn't set to 3 degrees?
I mean,
I thought that was level because you were putting it under a switch, wasn't it?
all that piece down there should have been on 3 degree, and it was, I don't know. It's weird.
Found my problem.
It's definitely weird.
Was there a brake on?
There was a couple of brakes on the trailers.
Lol.
Wow, Sean, you pro.
I'm moving again suddenly.
Yeah, if you don't have brakes on the cars, you'll probably find you go uphill better.
I
But I was
thought I
almost
took
there.
them all off.
We're doing something.
And before I crash into the front of you.
Oh, don't throw. I'm not picking all this up if you hit me. I will Alt F4 this game.
Yes, that's how we get pups out.
Wow, Paul.
Right, Are you happy with where that is, Tommy? Should I just build off the end of it, or?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to
Go forward from. I'm good.
Anymore.
Okay.
I honestly thought I took all the brakes off.
Right, 3 degrees.
Is that you with the horns there?
I would never do anything like that for him.
Oh, it's too far again. Game. Let me build.
I'm just celebrating for him.
Oh, the jank is real.
Sure. Can you hear mine?
No idea, because I turned sound effects down to 1%.
Lol. So you can annoy other people with other people can't
I
annoy
need to
you.
find the right
No,
pixel
it was
to
the
look
fact
at.
that every time I put the train on 100%, it would be super loud, so I just got rid of it.
Fair enough.
For some reason, when you go to 1 degrees, it's fine. 0 degrees, it's not. It's really weird. Yeah, you could use a wooden bridge, but wooden bridge just looks... I don't like it. There's something weird in
I
this
think
game.
that will work, but
Look, the curve radius is on
Time will
0.
tell.
I can't see the bridge. If I put it on 1 degree, I see the bridge. And then if I put it back to 0 degree, now I can build it. Like, what is going on? Can't build it. 1 degree, can build it. Back to 0, can now build it. See you later, Chris. Right, I'm going to commit that. Should be all right. We're just about squeaked the track through there.
yeah, and it's basically built it constant, deleted the section that was the problem, then built it the reverse way so that the other stanchion was the other way, if that makes sense.
Mm.
If it works, it works. I don't see why it wouldn't work, yeah?
Cool. Now I've got to figure out how to connect this down here now. Still got elevation to get rid of. Might have to come around the back of this oil field. Right, if we go from like that. Cool. Almost at ground level now. Is this game a sandbox? There's some loose goal to work towards. So there's a... Have a look at my first look video if you want an overview. But essentially, you've got industries around the map, and you move goods between the industries in order to make money. Use the money to buy locomotives and cars and things like that, but you get paid by moving goods. The difference is there's no track when you start off. You have to build all of your own track, yeah, and then you move stuff around. But obviously in the start, you've only got $2,000 to your name, so you can't afford very powerful locomotives. But the challenge of the game lies in working out where to put track, how to get around the map, you know, with a load of trains, because you can't be too steep on your track and things like this. Where do you put your junctions? Where do you put your sidings? Where do you put your turntables? All this stuff. Yeah, currently, like, pricing track is completely free. Why won't you cut down? Racing track costs nothing. It used to cost $1 to cut a tree down, but they removed that because people were complaining about it. The economy's not right yet, put it that way. It's still very early days. The main fun of the game is working out how to lay track. Like, you kind of by doing it, you understand the challenges that railroads engineers face doing it. Yeah, well, railroad engineers got to plan things as well. And look at detailed
Did you
contour
have a
maps.
bit of an accident there, Sean?
Yeah, because I flipped a switch and it didn't flip in the game.
It looks like a pile of loads of stuff on the map.
When you look at the switch in the game, it's flipped, so I'm not entirely sure what it did.
Whoops.
I wonder why you've gone quiet, Sean.
It only just happened. But in the game, it's switched.
He's blaming the game.
It's only a couple of cars.
Is it the game's fault?
Yep.
Oh, you're level 10. You shouldn't derail. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Currently, you can't deform the terrain. You can't, like you say, use dynamite and blast a valley or anything like that. You can't do any of that stuff. You can't make tunnels. I mean, maybe they'll add it later in the game, but even then, I would imagine it would be very expensive. So, you know, when you've not got much money, maybe you have to make do with some track that goes all around the place, and then later on, when you've got some money, you can blast a straighter line. No, Pups has got the FPS. It's Summit that doesn't have the FPS. There we go. Developers said the whole point of the narrow gauge was to hug the terrain and avoid tunneling where possible. So they won't allow you to deform the terrain then.
Laying track, lag loading. 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Ooh, that was quite a big lag.
Cool. Now then, how do we get around here? So that's the bridge coming
don't
in.
know if I'm
the
happy
blue
with that,
thing.
but
Possibly swing around. We might be able to land here, merge with that maybe, and then have a bypass line. You kind of want to get into this depot, so you kind of want to join that, really. You think join the south side of the oil field, Sommy?
I've not done any track work at the oil field, so I bow to your vast experience. I think that sounds like a good idea, though.
I
Why is
just
my
want to get
train
around
moving?
it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Would you say you're back on track then?
Oh, 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 oh. Not sure where we can join. This should be groundwork, really, I think. Right. Let's go back and maybe change this for a different kind of groundwork. Rip. Is it not a traffic issue routing everything through one set of tracks to the depot? Depends. I guess it depends how many players you have on the map. It is the key thing. And then what your track layout looks like. Right. Oh, you scumbag. If we get that instead and do that from here. I wonder if that's going to be okay. Should be. There's no AI trains, no. No, it's just purely player based, purely multiplayer. Cool. Looks better. Hey, Cleveland. Right, that's not used. That was the old curve, but this can now be used to get up to the coal mine. Which means when you're going from the coal mine down to the ironworks now, you don't need to go via the depot. Because this will take you straight up there. How you getting on, pups?
It's back together.
You moving again?
Yeah.
When did you start that, Pups?
Most of it was loading.
Do you think 2 smaller trains would have been the way to go?
Nah. Go big or go home, innit?
Right, there's a track commit coming in. All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Do we have a clear path to the coal mine?
Yeah, your coal mine runs okay.
Okay,
Just need to make sure the switch is right because there's a switch on the way up there now.
fair
I
enough.
did throw it for you, but I don't know if it's changed.
I'll check before I leave.
Yeah, it's fine. I can see it. Yeah, so we just added that bit
Let's
there.
see if my other switches are good.
So you saw how long it took just to add that section of track. Imagine how long it takes
They're not because Sean is on them.
to like build
Just about.
all of this.
No, go, Frame. Go.
Well,
Setting my
sidings
switches.
and track going up here. Imagine how long that takes.
About 140 hours, Paul, is how long it takes.
Yup. That's the thing people don't realize, isn't it? Is how long you're going to play the game to build track.
And it is incredibly tedious and frustrating at the beginning when you just want to run trains, really. And the time taken to lay and commit track is just such a sink of time. It's unbelievable.
Yep. Like Deer Valley, you start out with a little locomotive. You're like, "Ooh, let's go, drive trains." This game, you start out, you're like, "Oh, there's a train, but there's nowhere to drive it." Okay,
I can go backwards and forwards on this piece of line. Cool.
let's spend the next 7 hours building track. Yeah, if you're not flying around, it's even longer. Absolutely. Right, this is where we want to be. This is where we want to be.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Frame.
Coming
Can you
down
see me on the
south
back of my
side
train?
here. I'd suggest
No.
maybe like there.
Remote control driving. A bit odd seeing the front of your train disappear,
What
but you know.
Bye, Frame.
Bye.
the- Something was blocking my path then.
Let's see if we make it up to the coal mine. Should easily be able to do it. Calculator says 28. I've only got 20 cars.
Right. We're going to head over there somewhere. Not exactly sure where we're going. Are you still around, Sommy?
Can be. Where do you need me?
Just trying to. Oh, there it is. I was trying to figure out where I was heading here. Just wondering if you could put a water tower down. I think I might have to do this again now. Oh, there it is.
You're about right, actually, aren't you?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, head straight as straight goes.
A bit sharp. It wasn't a terrible guess, but... So this is the other thing. The trees get in the way so much. Be a neat mechanic if they had to build the rails to design supports on the landscape to deliver the goods to build the industry first. Yeah, they could take it to lots of different levels, couldn't they? Docknader, how you doing? Let me get rid of these and we can see what we're doing. I want to get a curve on that goes around the
Did
south
you
side
just
of
start
this.
moving your consist again, Pups?
I hooked it back up. I've got like 20 FPS, so
Okay.
you're not
I'm
the only
moving.
one.
I'm moving with 20 cars, and it's being a bit
Yeah.
Yeah,
jittery.
so
It's
at the
early
moment,
access,
it's
am I?
transposing 60 cars of information with physics. It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Early access is basically alpha.
Imagine if there were 60 trains driving around.
Yeah, I don't think the game would cope with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's 5 degrees. Let's try a 5-degree turn. Right, I think we'll go a bit sharper now. Let's go 10. What are we doing? There we go. Would I recommend the game for solo? It's playable solo. It really is. But just understand that there's a lot to do. And, you know, it's a lot for one person, but it is entirely playable solo. I think this is where we want to be. Oh, I'm going to commit that because it's a straight line. We'll figure that out in a minute. You love doing everything yourself. Well, it's like SnowRunner. SnowRunner is playable solo, but there's a lot to do. If there's a few of you doing it, you can have fun and get a lot more done. Yeah, but the difference in Factorio, Tom, is that you don't in this game you don't get constructor bots at any point. You know, just being able to drag out an area and go, get rid of those trees.
You should see my train at the moment. It's like hopping all over the track if you look at it.
Well, I'm down at 17 FPS, so something's
Probably
happening.
is the cause of it.
All that physics. Yeah, that wouldn't be a great stream, 17 FPS.
But I can dump half of it on one side of the main track if you want.
Somebody and I worked out that once you go above 9 cars and connect them to a locomotive, that's when your physics starts going.
Well, I've got 20.
Yeah. And Sean's got 36 or whatever it is.
I've got 60,
Plus 2 trains.
but then I'm not near you guys. Maybe that's a difference.
Well, we're talking about cars, not FPS.
Oh,
My game's running at 55 to 60 FPS, so. Ooh, it looked like I derailed there, but it didn't.
I'm trying to get to some siding.
320p best resolution. What?
Well, we'll try a remote host for the next game. See how that works. I mean, in theory, you've had a seamless game, haven't you, Paul?
Yeah, it's been butter for me, which is entirely not like last time. Do you know what? I bet you if I like installed a virtual machine on my PC and then ran that and then ran it inside of that as the server, that would be fine because it would then use those cores in that virtual OS.
Wouldn't you need a second key for Railways Online, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to install Steam in the virtual OS and buy a second key, but yeah. And Dev thought they have
Are we sure
larger
this
maps
track
and
up to the coal
developments.
minus 3%?
Yep.
I thought there was a 4% section in there somewhere.
This train is struggling quite badly at 100% drag with 20 cars, and the calculator should be able to do 28.
Yeah, but when you go through curves, Rome, you're also adding friction. So that's not a straight. That's like straight gradient numbers in the spreadsheet. That's not curved. So hence why I said to you, you need to allow a bit of headroom.
Well, I would say 8 cars is quite a bit of headroom.
Well, I don't know, but if you're struggling, check the brakes on your car.
I did, they're all off. Well, at least Railroads Around Extended says they're off.
I mean, I've dragged stuff up there, no problem. But then
Oh,
that
20
was in a
cars?
Heisler.
A single or a double?
Can't remember, to be honest. I don't know what I used.
I've got 20 cars of beams on a single climax.
Right, that's not a bad curve.
Oh, it is maintaining 4.7 and going up again.
Straightening off into that now.
It's a good thing I didn't do more than 20 cars.
We want to be breaking the track around about here-ish. Big Trucker, thank you very much for 62 months. D-Dog, I think I missed your 42. Michael Bond 18, thank you guys. I'm pretty certain I missed that. All right, let's go switch to the left. Just throw that over. I think we'll have to stick with the normal ground. and a wild zombie appeared.
Hi.
Work out what I'm heading to now. Scumbag.
Over here, over here, over here.
This doesn't look high enough anyway. Let's build it this way. It annoys me that I have to click a tree like 50 times.
I don't find that. I don't know why, but I don't find that it's 50. Well, obviously,
Just
4.
you don't get any feedback.
I just look for the poof.
It
But
seemed to have run out of power.
Yes.
that track looks occupied to me.
What track is he on?
Oh, Can I just go back to bed?
What's happened now?
I just happened to like scroll over on extended over to the ironworks, thinking, "Oh, what can I do?" And there was a train incoming on her siding, and I was like, "Okay, that's Pups' train, but why is he on track number 3? And I think there's cars
I
parked on
thought
track
I
number
pressed
3.
number 4, okay?
It's weird when you're a client and you connect it to a server. When you approach a water tower, it lets out a little splash of water.
Right, a single locomotive couldn't do it. Maybe a second one.
Push the torque.
Whoops. Probably happens when I press 2 buttons at the same time. I get stuck.
Something sticks it. Yeah, there's no dispatcher controls in the game, though, is there? You literally got to look. 'Cause if you think about it, if you're not playing with the Railroads Online Extended mod, you have really no tools at your disposal to know where everybody else is. Right, big track commit coming in. You guys safe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Done. Can you please show the route from smelter to iron ore mine? From smelter to iron ore mine. About to build it. I was wondering what would be the best solution. There's more than one. I don't know which is best. I've only built one. I think Sommy went a different way to the way we went. I think he went down one side of the valley. We went up the other. Couldn't really tell you which is better. I can show you the one we've got. Yeah, it does have little bits of ledges that you can take.
Yeah, best isn't really a concept in this game, is it? There's not really a right or a wrong, is there? It's whatever works, to be honest. Glad that siding's big enough, pups.
Yeah. That's why I went for this side and not the other side.
And who was it who asked me, why does it need to be that long?
Wasn't me.
Does that ring a bell, Paul? Was that Pups that said, why is it that long?
Yeah. Why not go for 2 smaller trains? Go big or go home, I think was the response, or something to that effect.
I got it here, didn't I?
This is jank.
Yeah, but hasn't it taken you 2.5 hours?
This is
About an hour and a half of that was just loading.
This needs redoing.
So let's say in my dynamic, I don't know if you had a 9-car train that you could have done 4 trips of the same distance in the
I
same
just wanted
time.
to see if it could be done for science, man. Should have some more FPS now. I've disconnected half
Not really.
the train.
I'm just fed up even looking at it.
Yeah, I've only got like 20 FPS.
I haven't got 60.
Well, good for you, Frome, and good for you, Paul.
And good for the stream.
So I wonder of how much during the commercial break will I actually get a break and not being fixing another session up.
You could have been doing it.
Well, at the moment, the machine's in the other room, and I'm not going to do that, so I'll bring it back in my office to do the second part. But
cool. So now you can get from the ironworks around that loop to take you on this bridge to take you all the way up to the coal mine. So you can go coal mine, which brings coal straight down to the ironworks. Whereas you used to have to go that way, run parallel, get to the depot, turn around, and then push the train back. And now you don't have to push the train.
Is anyone at the wherever I am?
Ironworks? No.
Is that Vrome's train part?
Why do you need a hand?
Yeah, could you just press unload as I drive past?
That's definitely Vrome's train, the derailer 01.
I'm probably going to have to go and park this around the other side because I've probably got way too much. But
This means Vrome is probably...
what are these
train.
rails?
Raw iron.
Where's Vrome gone?
Hello, whoever just spawned in.
Hey. It's not rawhide, it's raw iron.
I should have at least close
Just
to 100
see these legs just walking past me backwards and forwards on the top of the load.
How much can this take? 100?
Yeah.
Right. It seems to have eaten some of that then. Yeah, it's eating that iron.
Yes, because it's filled up with planks and coal, right?
Yeah, it's got the coal for it. It's definitely got the planks for it. Was it worth it, Pups? Was it worth
Yes.
spending the whole stream pulling this one train?
For science, yes. For my sanity, no.
Would you do it again?
No.
What would you do next time?
Split the train in half, Paul.
Well, at least the lesson was learned.
I think that deserves a kebab tonight.
Lol.
I'm just impressed I managed to get the train up the hill, Paul. That's the biggest achievement of the day for me.
Once you took the brakes off, it was good.
Yeah, once I took the brakes off. I thought I did, but there's so many carriages, I must have missed one.
Thing is, even that's not enough iron.
I'm not doing that again.
It's only on 28, and it's 24. It's still going down.
I don't even know how many is left down there. That's how bad it is. I took all the rails. There's no rails left.
Yeah,
There's 55 raw iron left.
It's full on tools now, so it's no longer producing tools.
I need to go and park this in a siding.
There's box cars here that now need filling with tools.
Yeah, you can do that, Paul. I'm not clicking 32 times.
Well, the whole thing needs moving over a siding now.
I'm reversing back round to park in the one of the sidings.
Those back 3. How many does it take per car again? Was it
32?
So that's 3 cars. We'll just about take what's there. It's now full up on steel pipes as well.
Well, at least I did something.
Puppy did a thing. So where's that going now?
Back round the other side to park up so I can take the rails to the other place. Because it's too big to go in these sidings.
Don't split it. Hey, who's nicking my logo?
That's not me.
Sommy. I hope you're moving them box things. You know there's no brakes on those cars.
I was going to say, them carts are moving.
They were fully braked on my screen.
Well, they're rolling. Are you moving the box cars over?
That was the plan.
Right. I thought I left those gondolas with the rear brake on. Oh no, maybe I didn't. Because the loco had the brake on. That's interesting. The rear brake is on 100%, yet that thing was rolling.
No, I then put them on.
Oh.
Is it lane 2 the box cars are in?
The box cars are in lane 2, yeah. And the steel pipes are in lane 3.
And then rails in lane 4 and empty carts are in lane 5.
It's looking like a professional siding, this.
Yeah.
All these cars in there full of stuff. You can't set up a dedicated server, but what you can do is, if you think about it, if you run Steam on another PC and buy the game again, you could then run it on that machine that you don't care about the FPS on, and then play it and connect to it, if you see what I mean.
Linked and pinned, Paul.
We'll do it now. So there's no dedicated host as such, but you can kind of make one. Done.
I think the pin is in the back of the loco for some reason.
What? fixed. I'm just going to check if there's any brakes on these cars.
It doesn't look like there is.
No, it's all off.
Who changed the switch?
Sonic is reversing.
You could have told me.
Well, why didn't you look?
Wait, why is there a locomotive tipped over on the turntable?
Because Somi never
Pups
told
just hit
me.
the switch at full power and derailed both his locos.
But you could have said. Like, I was working in that lane. You could have said, oh, by the way, Sean, I flicked the switch.
I didn't know you were then coming out. You could have told me.
Forward again. Oh dear. I just keep seeing locomotives jump up in the air and then reappear on track here.
Yeah, it's pups. What do you expect?
Right, be quiet, you.
Is there only one crane for loading tools?
Yes.
And you have
Oh,
to
right.
click it 100 times. And I'm not joking.
I've done it once.
It's so tedious that you have to, like, one person does it and then the other gets bored and swaps in. It's genuinely mind-blowing, this part. So it's about, what, 5 seconds per click? So you're looking at 500 seconds minimum. Because why would you want 2 cranes on this platform, eh? You know, you've got 2 cranes on steel pipes and you can only load, what, 9 of them at a time? But in this, you can put 32 cubes into the back of one box, but you've only got 1 crane. It just doesn't make any sense. No, you can't decide. Because the game has only put 1 crane in. I could deal with this if they just extended the platform and added a second crane.
Want some cake?
By the way, Pup's switches have been flipped in front of you near the turntable.
In front of
Thank you.
Yes, I think they need to change this. I think I would quite happily nick one of those cranes there and put it here. And we've talked about this before. Even if they made it something that you start the game with 1 crane and then you can spend some cash and buy a second crane. You know, make it an upgradable item. Even that would be fine. No, there's no auto unloading. There was no bots back in 1880, sadly. 15 seconds a box. 15 seconds per box. Times 100 boxes.
Oof. Guess you just could stand there and have like a script running that keeps your mouse button held down
Oh,
and walk away.
yep,
Was that 25 minutes or is that me?
No, that is 25 minutes.
yep.
Yay, 60 times table was useful learning in school, wasn't it?
You must have gone to advanced school. We never did our 60 times table.
I only went up to 10.
Oh, we went to 12.
I went to 12 as well.
I think I did 25.
25 ain't exactly hard, is it? Let's be honest here.
Well, Sommy could perhaps find a mouse click script for his host, so he could have it point at this and just continually click the mouse. That would be cool. You just get the server to be a dummy loader for us.
Anybody have any recommendations?
Anybody know of some script that you can run that just like presses the mouse click for you, or simulates a mouse click like that? You can just tell it to click it every like 15 seconds. And you could just set his server up to point like this, set the script up, and walk away, and it just sit there loading the train. Auto hotkey, apparently.
Auto hotkey. Okay. Can you set a limit on it? So can you tell it to click for every 15 seconds for 32 times or whatever?
That'd be great. Say every like 16 seconds, click the mouse, but only do it 100 times. Or 32 times, sorry. And then make a noise.
Yeah, it's 32 per car, right? Because you don't want it doing any more than 32, because you'll lose
correct.
waste, won't you?
Yeah. It's a scripting engine, not a program to just click the mouse. Well, that's what you need. Because that way you can script it to run 32 times.
It looks like you're having great fun there, Paul.
Dude,
it looks like you're having the time of your life.
I've done 20.
I did 100 at one point, and I'm not doing that again.
The best thing is you can't even tell if it's full. You have to get up and look around.
Yep.
It can emulate literally anything you do with your inputs. There you go. And then some you could set it up on the stream deck. The auto hotkey.
Well, I'm not eating on my break then, am I?
What do you mean? You can't multitask?
Oh, we just get the server set up. That'll be enough. Good job as a supervisor here.
I'm supervising, you're correct.
Weren't you doing something else, Bubs?
Well, with how long it is until Paul takes a break, by the time I get to the other side of this depot...
Yeah, but wouldn't you be more of a strategic place to carry on?
Nah, I got to supervise Paul.
Apparently there's an auto clicker app where you can set the click interval and the repeat limit, says Mad Bells. So that sounds like exactly what you need.
Exactly what we want. I want as simple as possible. I don't want to be scripting. I just want to turn something on.
Yep, there you go. SourceForge project.
I've grabbed it for you, Summer.
Auto clicker.
Auto clicker. Okay. Thanks, Mad Bells.
We'll send it to you.
You can stick it in ops if you like.
But every 16 seconds should do it nicely. Ooh, one more click on this and I'm done.
Wait, it doesn't load it evenly either. Is that what you're telling me? That it places the last box near the door?
Oh, don't even go there. You should see that. You just stand and watch what it does if you really want to know what it does.
Haven't you seen how it loads?
No, because I wasn't in the second.
It doesn't even load from the back to the front.
It's so bad.
Right, shuffle along plans. Oh wait, supervisor's not doing anything.
I'm supervising the move along.
Well, you should have told him to move, not me.
So, mate, floor it.
Sorry, I've run out of steam whilst watching you.
That'll do.
Keep going. That'll do.
No, that's too far.
No, it ain't.
I'm surprised you didn't then download that auto clicker, Paul, just because.
Oh, I probably will.
So, mate, come and look how it loads.
You can't really say it's not a fair assessment yet because at the moment it kind of looks sensible. Like, oh, you're tucking it away in the corner. Yeah, that's a good load.
Yeah, just wait.
And then you're like, okay, so where would you put your next one, IRL?
In the opposite corner, of course.
Well, at the very least, you'd probably put it on top of those two, wouldn't you? That would be good.
No, I think you do it in the opposite corner.
Nah, what you do is you do the ground floor first because that makes sense.
I mean, manual handling wasn't a thing in the 1800s, right? So,
Just fill up the floor space first.
so you fill up the entire floor, do you? Is that the concept?
Kind of.
No, it gets better than that, Somi.
Yeah,
You just wait.
Just give it a few more clicks. You'll see how amazing this gets.
Who's looking forward to 48 oil barrels?
Not me.
With auto clicker, that's our friend. That's our friend.
No, I'm not sure how that loads. I didn't know. I think they may possibly like roll down. I don't think we've got to repeatedly click, but I could be wrong. Right, so we're carrying on filling up the floor.
Mm-hmm. So we can't get to the back of the car anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, getting over here is like pretty impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Just,
push
just scroll
boxes.
over it.
You got to push boxes over the top of your
Right.
existing
Okay.
ones.
Yeah. No. Okay. Right. So.
And then obviously you'd start in the corner now and start filling that.
No. You'd load like in the middle still, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hey!
You just start loading in the middle.
Yeah. I
fill
mean
it
that
that
makes
way.
sense. Yeah. But though you've still got one more gap, so the next box should surely be next to that previous one, right? I mean, that would be how it would work, right?
Yep. You can still get through, but not now.
No. Okay. Right. Okay.
Now you've got to climb over your own boxes.
Right. I'm going back to the train.
I'll take over clicking duty.
Right, it's 3 o'clock, peeps. I'm going to take a
Probably,
break for an hour. When we come back, probably start building over towards the oil refinery thing. See if we can do anything with barrels, because that sounds fun. Yeah, we've got to do some oil next stream. We've got to do some oil. Get down there. So,
Has anything ever been delivered to where the oil's made, or?
we've got the oil field. We've just not built anything down at the refinery yet. So, we have to go down there and clear the area and build some loading down there. And then buy some tankers and things and then get it down there.
Okay.
Right, so I'll be back in an hour's time. Now's a good time to, stretch your legs, grab some food, walk the dog, whatever you want to do. Have a shower. It's your hour. If you're heading out, have a great Sunday. Otherwise, I'll see you back in 1 hour's time. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now.